case you don't know who this is David Lopez. He's a Girona player. And in the match against, I think it was Almeria during the halftime, this is something new La Liga are doing where they interview players during halftime as they're making their way into the tunnel, kind of like American sports. So during the halftime in the match against Almeria, David Lopez was interviewed by a reporter, and he completely put the referee on blast. He said the referee was disrespectful, that he was arrogant, that the referee insulted him. And he said that the referee was doing a bad job. And of course, this didn't sit well. In football, you're kind of not allowed to criticize the referees. The Football Federation tried to protect the referees. So because of his statements, of course, there was, a lot of uproar. Him and Girona, David Lopez and Girona were asked to retract the statement. Of course, David Lopez did retract his statement. He apologized in public for his statements. And then today, the Committee of Referees, or the CTA as it's known by its Spanish initials, decided to forward David Lopez's words to the Royal Spanish Football Federation for disciplinary actions. Now, the reason I bring this up is because it is the correct thing. He shouldn't have put the referee on blast like that. And it is the correct thing to discipline him for what he did, for blasting the ref like that in public. But my problem is that Vinicius Jr., in a Clásico match, called the referee crazy to his face a bunch of times. And that was not the first time. He's done that over a dozen times, constantly yelling at referees in their faces, calling them crazy, doing this too, like, yeah, you're crazy, insulting them, screaming at them. Not a yellow card, not a red card, no disciplinary actions, no let's forward his words to the Royal Spanish Football Federation, absolutely nothing. Ancelotti has called the referees, and I can't remember what match it was, but a post-match press conference, he came up and said that the referee was, that he did a horrible job, completely put up the referee on blast. Not a single word. Last season, though, a player from Valencia, I can't remember his name, criticized the referee in a post-match press conference, and he got a 4-match ban. And now David Lopez, we don't know what's going to happen to him, but the CTA has already forwarded his words to the Royal Spanish Football Federation. So my question is, why is it when Real Madrid players or coaches criticize referees, put referees on blast, absolutely nothing happens to them, but when every other player does it, they get fined, right? Lewandowski did this and got suspended for 3 matches. But Vinicius Jr. screams at referees, calls them crazy to their face. Nothing. Completely fine. So this is why I bring this up, because this just continues to show the total bias and incompetence of Spanish football authorities, where there's clear bias towards Real Madrid, where Real Madrid players can say and do whatever they want. They can punch other players in the face like Valverde did, and yet no actions. But when other players do it, they do get punished, which they should get punished. But here's the thing. You either punish everybody or you don't punish anybody. But you can't do this whole, we'll punish everybody except Real Madrid players. That's absolutely unacceptable. But yet, they still tell us that this is Negreira's league, that Barcelona bribe referees. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. And I can't believe this continues to happen. But welcome to La Liga, ladies and gentlemen.